are we putting Palestinian humanity in the hands of anybody else? Why are there prerequisites before we say we need peace and your community deserves to live?
Stop scrolling. I have an extremely important Palestine update from Gaza that everybody needs to know about and do something about right now.
A friend of mine was killed, or a relative, not one, 15.
A word that explains the bloodshed, the genocide, the massacres, the bombing of hospitals and schools in Gaza today. Zionism. Many people will tell you that
in a world where we are constantly faced with a sense of hopelessness, helplessness, in making an impact in this world and making a difference, and offering some type of love and peace towards those who are suffering all around this world, I was able to find something magical on my walks in the forest and among the trees.
So this is the chair that I was meditating in when I first moved into this house. I always do a meditation right before I have an Akashic Records reading with my clients. And I wasn't expecting for the trees here to introduce themselves to me. I had already introduced myself to them when we moved in. I went up to each one in our yard. I put my hand on them. I said, "Hello, I'm Yvonne. We're your new tenants." I just wanted to introduce myself. And a couple days later, I was meditating here, and a beautiful thing happened where they came into my meditation and a message and a sensing, sort of like the communication, the way they communicate, very much like you would get communication in the records. What happened is during the meditation, they started to say hello to me. I started to feel like a tingling in my body and I sensing that it was them communicating with me, and they let me know. And actually, they showed me an image of their roots, all the trees all around this house, their roots growing under the house, connecting to one another as a network, and showing me that they are guardians of us and guardians of this house. And that through that connection that they have as a system all around and underneath the house, that they offer us protection, they offer us safety, they offer us love. And I also got the beautiful sense of joy from them that we are people who acknowledge them, who introduced ourselves to them, who were open and available for communication with them. And it made them happy. Like I could sense the happiness that we know that they are beings that we can be in relationship with. So it's just been really wonderful to know that they know we can sense them, they know we love them, they know we care about them, and that they are available to us as well to protect our home, to protect us, to offer us loving, caring, healing energy. And it's just been a really beautiful relationship. So I just want to remind you that if you haven't already, introduce yourself to the trees around your house. Let them know that you're available to have relationship with them, to be in partnership with them for safety safety and security of your home, for creating sort of like this beautiful guardianship boundary around your home to offer you protection from any unwanted guests, and also of just a healing bubble around your house. They really love doing that. Like they get the sense that it brings them happiness and joy to know that they're offering that to you in your home, in your family. And it's just been so cool. So yeah, get to know your trees and see what opens up for you. If you are one that meditates, if you are one that sits outside in the grass, start talking to them. You don't have to talk to them out loud, but you can talk to them from your heart, from your mind, in your meditations. They will for sure pick up on it and be very happy to develop a relationship with you.
One day in January, I was on one of my normal walks after watching some news about Gaza and feeling again quite helpless and hopeless about the state of the world and the horrible atrocities of Israel and Palestine happening in the region. And I had the idea to ask the trees if they could please send an energy of love and peace and an opening of the heart to all of those who are currently suffering, oppressed, and for the oppressors, to open their hearts, to see new perspective, to understand, to maybe soften their hearts. And so I did this, not for a long time, but for a bit. I stood there with my hands out, asking the trees to carry this love all around the world.
And you are being supported and uplifted by the elements, by your friends, by the trees all around you who know you so well, dear, who understand the gifts that you hold, who have reached themselves out to you in order to help you, support you, encourage you, love you. They welcome you as partners on this planet to change and shift the consciousness of the beings on this planet, to help you teach, to help you express, to help you tell others that this is real, that there's information to be had and listened to be heard from all living creatures on the planet, that there is wisdom all around us, because the energy of those who are not humans, like our plants and our animals, our water, our wind, our fire, that the humans struggle with. Humans are capable of receiving this pure consciousness, of acting upon this pure consciousness, and at times will feel it, and it will fade, because at this time it is difficult for a human to maintain this level of pure consciousness. But that level of pure consciousness is around you at all times, offering you and welcoming you, inviting you into it. This is why humans feel so good in nature. They are able to clear their mind in nature, be grounded, feel supported in nature, feel merged with nature feel that sensation of, I am just one person here in the middle of this planet, in the middle of nature, among all these creatures that live. Suddenly feel small, or maybe perhaps not small, but part of nature. And this is because the pure consciousness that lives, that arises within you, when you are in tune, when you are welcomed and you hear the invitation, you become the pure consciousness, experience the pure consciousness.
So, what happened after I stood there in the middle of the path and asked the trees to share a frequency of love and a softening of the heart through their communication system and spread that to the entire world? Well, to be honest with you, after I did that, I went back to listening to my podcast and just kept on with my walk. I actually kind of forgot that I had just done that. And on the way back home, I walked past the same trees. And I had already sort of forgotten. It was already out of my mind that I had asked the trees to share this message. They brought me back to them by shaking their branches and giving me the message and the sensing and the knowing that they were so happy. They were so incredibly joyful. I just felt the energy overcome me, almost like they were clapping as I was walking down this pathway. Let me tell you, it was so overwhelming what I felt of them giving me this message of joy and happiness, and from acknowledgement that they are there and that they understood the assignment and that they verified, yes, we can do this. We can do this. We communicate with one another. We can spread literally through the soil, through the roots of the trees, all around the world, to the waters, through the waters, a frequency of this message. I mean, you can believe it or not, but it was a very real experience for me to hear them give me that message. And by hearing, I do mean that. It wasn't like I heard voices in my head. It was a frequency of like telepathy. When the message is being emitted to you, and it's being transmitted, and you can translate energy, you can translate frequency. That's a lot of how I work in the Akashic Records. That's how I receive information. I just thought it was absolutely incredible. And I know now that I have some friends. I have some really great friends out in that forest, and they are friends that are available to you all around you. So develop relationship with the trees around you and know that you can request the sharing of messages, the sharing of love all around the world. If you are clear with your intention and you are clear with your request and you're respectful and you're introducing yourself to them and you're allowing for relationship, it will be more than happy to spread anything you want. It's really cool.